gaming crew, and in this Diablo 3 video we're going to be going over a full overview of everything that Season 26 is going to be bringing to the game. So here's a couple of things we will be talking about in this video. We will be talking about the season theme, we will be talking about the season cosmetic rewards, we will be talking about the season journey rewards, season conquest, Hedrig's gifts, some patch notes, Greater Rift updates, items, and bug fixes. So make sure you stick all the way till the end so you don't miss a drip of info that you might need for jumping into Season 26 on April 15th. So, Season 26 will begin on April 15th at 5 p.m. PDT, CEST, and KST shortly after our next Diablo 3 update. So, this is going to be patch 2.7.3, and we're expecting this patch to be released on April 12th. So the new season theme is, let's start with a little bit of quote first. The souls of heroes defeated in the eternal struggle against evil call for aid. Astute Nephalem will listen to the petrified screams of the dead and find themselves attuned to the last agonizing moments of the departed. Will these Nephalem heed the whispers of atonement of fallen heroes and survive their echoing nightmare, or will they be forever trapped, becoming just another fallen Nephalem? Only time will tell. In Season 26, we introduce the Echoing Nightmare. This is our first seasonal theme that introduces a new activity to the game. In the Echoing Nightmare, players will experience an intense, densely packed, increasingly challenged event that stretches their ability to stay in the fight as long as possible. We found inspiration in Oryx's warning. Many Nephalem have stood where you are now, but few have succeeded in overcoming the trials. The Echoing Nightmare explores what happened to those Nephalem who did not succeed. The seasonal cosmetic rewards. Beginning with Season 17, we began reintroducing previous rewards to make them available to players who may have missed them the first time around. For Season 26, this means awards originally available from Season 14 are returning, in addition to the boots and the pants slot of the exclusive Conqueror set. A series of portrait frames themed around the enigmatic Talrasha will be available. For the Nephalem hero who wants to embody the spirit of justice, a pennant dedicated to everyone's favorite archangel will be available. Just remember, you cannot judge justice itself. However, we know it's nice to have something new to aim for if you participated in previous seasons. We're continuing to provide new end-of-journey rewards as introduced in Season 17, with 2 new cosmetics for those who complete the entirety of the seasonal journey. Endure the Fallen of the Nephalem and complete the Season 26 Guardian journey to earn the Rakis Remembrance portrait and the Toothsome Trooper pet. And I'm going to have a link for both of those cosmetics and the ones we talked about earlier in the link of this video, in the link in the description of this video, just in case you want to see them for yourself. The season journey rewards. If you've been playing the past few seasons diligently and reached Conquer in the season journey each time, you've accrued a few extra stash tabs. Players who have not yet earned a total of 5 stash tabs via the season journey can still unlock an additional one by completing the following tasks at the Conqueror tier. Complete a level 70 Torment 8 Rift in under 5 minutes. Complete Greater Rift 60 solo. Kill Greed on Torment 8. Kill the Butcher at level 70 in Torment 8 in under 30 seconds. Reforge a legendary or set item. Augment an ancient item with a level 50 or greater legendary gem. Level 3 legendary gems to level 55, and complete 2 conquests. The seasonal conquest. Speaking of conquests, we're rotating those too. Returning of the season of greed is Avarice and Arvita, where every gold piece you find will count. Speed Demon and Need for Speed Rip. I will ask you to kick it into full gear in your Nephalem Rift runs. On a good day, and I Can't Stop will congregate high-ranking legendary gems. Finally, for the solo crowd, Divinity and Lionhearted will ask you to climb Greater Rift's heights by your lonesome, while Years of War and Dynasty challenge your game mastery of at least 6 classes. So Hedrig's gift now. Finally, just as before, you'll get a shiny new class set courtesy of Hedrig's gift for completing certain chapters in the season-old journey. We've listed the available sets below, so here they are. So, completing chapters 2 and 3 and 4 of the season journey will reward you with 3 Hedrig's gifts. Each gift contains a few pieces of one of your class sets. Players can only unlock one class set in this manner per season across hardcore and non-hardcore, so choose wisely. The set you will receive depends on the class of the character you're playing when you open each Hedrig's gift. To collect a full class set, you'll need to open all 3 on the same character. Here are the sets granted by Hedrig's gift in Season 26. For the Barbarian, it is the Legacy of Rakor. The Crusader is the Armor of Akan. The Demon Hunter, Embodiment of the Marauder. For the Monk, it is Ina's Reach. For the Necromancer, it is Pestilence Master Shroud. For the Witch Doctor, Zunmessa's Haunt. And for the Wizard, Desert's Magnum Opus. Here's some patch notes. So, for seasons. Season 26 introduces the Echoing Nightmare, an optional and rewarding endgame challenge where players fight within the memories of Nephalem who fell in a greater rift. Today, Nephalem must stand their ground until they are inevitably overwhelmed or defeated. Players must collect a petrified scream from defeated Greater Rift Guardians to gain entry into the Echoing Nightmare. Transmuting a petrified scream and Kanai's cube summons a portal that players can enter to face the horrors of the Nephilem's past. Season theme details. Petrified screams and the Echoing Nightmare can only be accessed with seasonal characters. Only one player is required to transmute a petrified scream in order to open an Echoing Nightmare in a multiplayer game. Similar to an boss encounter, all players in a multiplayer game must accept the prompt to enter. While within a Echoing Nightmare, the difficulty scales as players progress in the encounter. Players can progress faster by defeating monsters quickly. Players receive the following rewards upon completing an Echoing Nightmare: EXP, legendary items, blood shards, and a new legendary gem, Whispers of Atonement. The Whisper of Atonement is a legendary gem used exclusively for augmenting ancient legendary items. It drops pre-ranked based on the player's performance in the Echoing Nightmare, and here are some patch fixes for the Echoing Nightmare. Rare monsters now spawn within an Echoing Nightmare, meteors now fall from the sky, hellish machinations now appear which spawn streams of exploding lunatics, Rift Guardians now spawn, increase the frequency of which monsters spawn, updated the Shadow Clone explosion to better reflect the area of effect, the exit timer has been increased to 60 seconds, increased the possible rank a Whisper of Atonement can drop to 125 based on the tier completed. Monsters and Echoing Nightmares can no longer be frozen, stunned, rooted, or knocked back, fixing a bug that caused Conduit Shrines to deal less damage than intended. Now this is the new update for post-PTR. Monsters from the Echoing Nightmare will no longer drop gold, items, or health globes. Adjusted the damage done by exploding lunatics and meteors to be more deadly. Adjusted meteor and fallen lunatic molten damage to be physical. Adjusted the difficulty of tiers 100+. Replaced the shield pylon with a speed pylon. Adjusted the EXP rewards by Echoing Nightmares to be aligned with Greater Rift turn-in rewards. Reduced the Echoing Nightmares closing timer to 30 seconds, prevented Echoing Nightmares from being opened in games lower than level 70, and adjusted the drop rate of petrified screams from Greater Rift Guardians. So the Greater Rift updates now. This is a really big part about the endgame activities. We're so happy that they finally addressed some of these Greater Rifts. We wanted to improve the Greater Rift experience through quality of life updates, balance changes, and addressing community feedback. We reviewed the maps and monsters that appear in Greater Rifts and reworked the possibilities overall to make sure players spend more time in the content they enjoy, less spaghetti and more chickens. Oryx Dream. Greater Rifts have a small chance to roll as Oryx Dream. These dreamlike rifts have curated lists of maps and monster compositions. 3 maps have been added and 2 maps have been removed from the Greater Rift pool. Added Fields of Misery, Desolate Stands, and Briarthorn Cemetery. Removed Sewers of Chaldeum and Hidden Aqueducts. The probability of a Greater Rift maps have been adjusted. The probability of monster groups have been adjusted. The following monsters have been adjusted to grant more progression and EXP within greater rifts: Blazing Guardians, Smoldering Guardians, Frost Guardian, Noxious Guardian, Shock Guardian, Blood Clan Spearman, Dark Moon Clan Impaler, Moon Clan Impaler, Blood Clan Impaler, Ice Clan Impaler, Hell Witch, and Vile Temptress. Players can now speak to Auric to close an active Greater Rift. This option is only available when in a single-player game. Further increase the progression granted by some monsters in Greater Rifts. Additionally, increase the progression granted by a Fallen Shaman, Fallen Conjurer, Fallen Prophet, and Fallen Fire Mage. Updated visual effects upon entering Auric's Dream. Updated the Auric's Dream vignette to be more pronounced. So items for the Barbarian: Legacy of Recore 4-piece bonus. Furious Charge gains the effect of every rune and deals 1000% increased damage. For every 1% life you are missing, the damage of your Ancient Spear is increased by 2%. The Legacy of Recore 6-piece bonus got buffed. Hitting enemies with Furious Charge or Weapon Throw has a chance to release multiple spears from its target. This effect stacks, and each spear throws consumes a maximum of 5 stacks. For Arit's Law, Weapon Throw and Ancient Spear deal 150 to 200% increased damage. Weapon Throw generates up to 50 additional Fury based on the distance the enemy is. The generated Fury cannot go above the maximum cap by 200 Fury. Ancient Spear refunds up to 50 Fury based on the distance of the enemy hit and resets your Fury cap to the base minimum. The 300 Spear also got buffed, increasing the damage of Weapon Throw and Ancient Spear by 150 to 200%. The attack speed of Weapon Throw is increased by 200%. And finally, Sulker's Salvation. Increase the damage of Ancient Spear by 150 to 200%. If your Ancient Spear Boulder Toss hits 5 or fewer enemies, the damage is increased by 100%. We've added additional weapon throw buffs to give players more build options when playing the reworked Legacy of Recore set. We've also updated Arit's Law to allow players to reach new levels of Fury. We've reworked Recore's Legacy to give this set its own identity. It felt natural to the team to infuse the charging fantasy of Recore's Legacy with the Barbarian's range skills. For the Crusader, the Thorns of the Invoker set, the attack of Speed, Punish, and Slash are increased by 100% and deal 67,500% of your Thorns damage. And for Novaland's Fervor, gained 200% increased damage while using Steed's Charge after 5 seconds it ends. Novaland's Fervor is overperforming across multiple sets. We don't want to bring its power down, but we are increasing the utility of Thorns of the Invoker to compensate. For the Monk, all Mystic allies spawned by Ina's Mantra 6-piece bonus now have their duration refreshed with each attack. Finally, Mystic ally, Fire ally. Many allies now have passability, and for Mystic ally, Earth ally Boulder speed has been increased. Boulders always leash to the player regardless of how many monsters are on screen, and prevented Earth ally boulders from becoming slowed by missile dampening. Developer notes for this one: we made improvements to the Mystic ally that should make the skill feel more fluid and less clunky at times. Bindings of the Lesser Gods also got a change. Enemies hit by your Cyclone Strike take 150 to 200% more damage from your Mystic allies for 5 seconds. We're happy with the gameplay of the Ina's Mantra monks, but the fire build is overperforming, so we removed the fire ally bonus from the Bindings of the Lesser Gods. For bug fixes for the patch 2.73, we got prevented players from changing difficulty while an Echoing Nightmare is active, fixed a bug where Boon of the Hoarder allowed gold to drop in Echoing Nightmares, fixed a bug where Auric's Dream vignette sometimes goes away with Shrouded Moors and Festering Woods when entering anything other than level 1, and finally fixed a bug that caused Auric's Dream opening VFX to display inconsistently. So that is like everything that you guys will need to know about Season 26, man. We've gone over literally everything. We've gone over the season theme, season cosmetic rewards, seasonal journey rewards, season conquest, Hedrig's gifts. We went over the patch notes for seasons, Greater Rift updates, items, and bug fixes. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, definitely let me know by leaving a like on the video, because it's a little bit of a longer one, so it definitely shows other gamers just like yourself if this video is worth their time or not. If you guys thought I missed anything, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. And with that, man, thank you all for watching. Shout out to each and every single one of my subscribers, and I hope to catch you all in a future video coming out soon. Stay safe, stay happy, stay gaming. Peace, y'all.